Question. How do we call him? He gave us a signal.
Yes. What is up? Gotham Guardians and Arkham Adversaries, Monarch Monstars, Delta Squad, our fellow Republic Commandos, our Park Rangers, all of our community, our battalion community. Happy New Year's Eve, guys. We are live once again in the Batcave to end out 2023. Good God, this year just flew by, it feels like. It's insane. It just mind-blowing to me of like it seemed like there was so much that we were prepping for that we almost didn't have the time to like stop and kind of enjoy things. So this is just going to be kind of a chill stream. We're going to talk about some things. We're going to talk about, a little reflection on this year. We're going to be talking about top 5 best films of 2023, top 5 most anticipated films of 2024, and some announcements that nothing insanely huge, but something to look forward to for the future of the Bat Channel. So if you haven't already, you guys, share this stream. Get everyone in the battalion community into the chat right now. It's going to be a quick show, just hanging out with you guys, end out the new year, celebrate 2024, because big things are coming for all of us, for your guys' life, because you got to just start it on a positive note, right? Have some dreams, have some goals. We almost hit our goal for 2023, right? We were talking about hitting 3,000 subs. I knew it was a big ask, a big push, because we started this year with 1,300 subs. So we have gained 1,500 subs just this year. How insane is that? And it's all because of you guys. So smash that like, share this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode on the channel. So used to saying battalion, the Bat Channel. I don't even know my own channel. I've started early, apparently. It's just water, but apparently it's been switched with vodka or something. Ladies and gentlemen, I had to bring in the best co-host I could ever ask for, Super Bro Corey. How's it going, big fella?
What is up, everybody? How are we doing? How are we doing today? Happy New Year's Eve. Happy New Year tomorrow, man. I am so excited to be here with you guys. Man, what a year it's been. It's been running since the very beginning. It's been crazy. It's been nuts. I was thinking about it, man. The last few months here, we haven't had the old countdown and the dut theme song, or look at this background. We haven't been in this background in a long time.
It's been a while.
It's been a while, so I was getting kind of reminiscent of everything that was going on, and I was like, man, let's look forward, but let's also look back as well. So wanted to do this awesome stream with you, Trey, and kind of a side note of craziness too. I'm also in my fantasy football championship game, and I have tons of players playing right now. And I was like, man, I don't want to pay attention to it. I don't want to know what's happening. I just want the day to be that game to be over, all the games to be over, and tell me whether or not I got another championship or not. And move on from there. So I was like, I need to get my mind with the people that I love, you, brother, and all our awesome people in the chat. Our community has been awesome, and I was like, man, what a better way to spend the day than with all of you guys here.
Man, I agree. It's so good. Corey, who's all in the chat today? It seems like everyone's going a little crazy.
Bro, I've been having trouble keeping up. It's been insane today. You know, we have Batman Stocks in here saying almost 24, the Butler saying hello, the Batman who laughs, Joker's wild, goodbye 2023, Carrie Kelly, hey. We have 9 Lives in Hell here. Hey, everyone. Wayne Enterprises, good afternoon. Kaiju Crazy Craig Rowland, what's up? King Donkey Kong says, hey, yo. Dean Classified Monarch Guys Only, episode 399. Wow. And I was kind of shocked to see that as well. Atomic Kaiju 1954, Akil B. Happy New Year's and Happy New Year's Eve. Yeah, some people are already in the New Year, so Happy New Year's. We got hashtag Restore the Snyderverse guy. He says, can't believe it's New Year's Eve already. I completely agree with you. Red Robin says, hi, guys. We have Crash the Purple Puppet in here. We have saying hi, Sin Havoc. He says, what's up, everyone? In the chat, Happy New Year. And you knew Trevor H was going to hit us with that the second we started. Man. So I had to give him the dut comment. So yeah, man. And then people are like, oh, Corey, you forgot me. No, I did not forget you. I'm just like so thankful for everybody, because these people have already been dropping super chats even before we started the show today, Trey. We have Bat Dan's Thoughts. He says, hashtag Obi-Wan gave up, hashtag I stand with Anakin Skywalker. And some thanks. I'm going to make you give Bat Dan Thought a...
You're going to make me choose?
Yeah, I think I know which one you're going to choose.
Do you?
Yeah.
Batman, this one's for you for this super chat.
It means I'll go fuck yourself.
Was that the one out of curiosity?
No, it wasn't. So that's interesting. Okay, I'm not going to tell you which one I was thinking of. Okay.
Okay. See, Corey and I have a bit of a game going on today, because Corey chose his top 5 films and I choose mine. I don't know what was picked. So other than obviously my choices, so I don't know what Corey did, because Corey built the slides today.
Yeah.
So because you can thank Corey actually for this show, because after our cool breakdown video of the recent episode of Monarch Legacy of Monsters the other day, Corey's like, we should do a stream tomorrow, and I was just like, but it's New Year's Eve. We kind of said that we were just gonna hang out and relax. And he's like, no, let's do a chill stream. Let's have some fun. And I was like, all right, like I'm with my battalion community. Who cares? It's a good time when that happens. Bat Dan, in all seriousness, thank you for the $2 super chat. You're wrong.
Is he though?
You're wrong.
We also have a awesome $10 super chat from our girl, Oracle's Clock Tower. Thank you so much, Oracle. She says, happy New Year's Eve to my favorite channel. We love you guys. Congratulations on a successful 2023. And here's another amazing 2024.
Oh, thank you so much, Oracle. Yeah. Hey, that means a lot that you especially, like many others, have had so much support for us over 2023, and has really meant a lot that a lot of you guys show up each and every stream. It's insane. It's crazy when you think about it, that you guys just show up for us. We're not like a big production studio, just a couple of guys who are passionate about movies, video games, the hobbies, and things like that we just want to share with you guys. So the fact that you just keep showing up and supporting us the way you do truly does mean a lot, Oracle. And thank you so much. Yeah, it was a crazy 2023, but 2024 is about to get even crazier. So get ready.
Yeah, and I'm going to pick this one for Oracle's Clock Tower. She is just such an amazing person, and she's always rallying the troops. She never misses. Hey, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. She's always looking out for us. We appreciate you so much, Oracle's Clock Tower. Here's this one for you.
Spartans! What is your profession?
See, old friend, I brought more soldiers than you did.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I brought more switches than you did.
She's always rallying people, getting us pumped up. I appreciate it, Oracle. We also had Beyond the Night. He said hashtag battalion now and always.
You guys are going crazy today. Thank you. Seriously. We haven't even been able to start the show, Corey, because you guys are just being generous, and seriously, the support means a lot, because as we always say, when you give us a super chat, not only does it help our channel grow and improve, but it goes right back into our show. Half the time, actually last year, as Super Bro Corey and I talked about, 100% of it and then some went to charities that we did donation streams for. So which is such a cool thing about this community, man. The fact that we raise so much money for AFSP and Feeding America truly does mean a lot. I can't wait until we one day get to 10,000 subs so that it can just go directly to the charity, but there's no waiting game going on.
Right.
And that's just the main goal, right? 10,000 subs. If we can get there, then YouTube gives us that new perk of doing those types of streams. So I'm excited for that. Hopefully we can do that in 2024. It'll be difficult, but we can do it.
I'm gonna let you pick this one, Trey.
I'm gonna pick it. Oh, okay. Let's see. You know what? For my boy Beyond the Night, I'm gonna give you this one, my man. Thank you so much, brother.
Are you sweet talking me?
I love that so much.
It's so great.
We also
need that haircut,
right? We also had Red Hooded Outlaw. Happy New Year. Hashtag Battalion 2024 is our year. Rebel Moon, Snyderverse, Godzilla, Ghostbusters. Let's go.
Ooh, Corey, I'm gonna take this one if you don't mind too, because the way he's talking, he's doing it all caps. He's fired up. This one's for you, brother.
And he had us. Now you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
I like that.
Get nuts. Oh man, thank you so much, Red Hood Outlaw, for that $5 super chat, sir. Yeah, dude. Yeah, 2024. It's good. It's looking good. The movies aren't stopping, even with the writer's strike. They're cranking out some of some good films that I'm excited for to review, to talk to you guys about, and to build up the hype, as we get closer to that time. But yeah, some good things coming out, which I'm curious to see what Corey picked for his most anticipated films of 2024, because Corey has said before, he doesn't like watching trailers, and he doesn't really pay attention. I just say, hey dude, you need to go see this movie, it's amazing, and then he goes. But it's interesting, his list caught me off guard, right? I'm sure it will.
We can't completely go into we got the Emancipated TJ. What's up, TJ? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for stopping on by. But we got Bat Dan hitting the CO. Ari, Super Bro, Corey is right. That's usually what he does. Yes, he does. Thank you. Hey, Oracle. Let's see here. There's somebody else. Is next year a leap year? I think
so. Yeah, I thought it is. Yeah, pretty certain.
Let's see. Oh, look at this. Bad Dan also said he'll no longer do the "Somebody Save Me" comment made at the Smallville cast and crew. Wow, that's gonna be kind of sad. Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah, hashtag sell the Snyderverse. People are wishing me good luck on the championship game. I was like, oh yeah.
Who are you playing by? You mean fake football? Yeah. But it's that's not real.
I'm playing a guy who has CD Lamb, and I had Dak Prescott last night, and CD Lamb went absolutely off yesterday. So it's going to be a close one, but I think my team can do it. So. Oh gosh, let's see here. We also had another one from Bat Dan. He says, you guys got Zack Snyder's Sin Havoc in the chat. What's up, Sin Havoc? And what's up, Bat Dan? Thanks for the other additional super chat.
Thank you so much again, Bat Dan, for the $5 super chat. We'll do, I don't know, Corey, did we do this one yet? I don't know. We'll see.
Stop right there. I'm in.
You are? Just like that?
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Matt Dan.
right, let's see
You
here.
guys are crazy.
Yeah,
Corey,
they're going nuts today. Let's see here.
they are,
We got
and
Josh
love it.
Herrera in the house. He says, Happy New Year's Eve
What's up, Josh?
channel, Super Bro. Everyone in the community, I'm so thankful for y'all. Keep up the hustle. Thank you, Josh Herrera. We also have Ryan Swayze. Oh, and I missed Integrity up there above. 10K subs is inevitable. Thank you, Ryan. Integrity, Ryan Swayze.
Man who
Josh
never
Herrera, good seeing
disappoints.
you.
Man
Yes,
who
sir.
never disappoints.
Man who never disappoints.
Thank you so much, Integrity. It's always good to see when Integrity, that man, he has integrity, but not only that, he has faith. He has not given up the fight, which has been, he's been a cheerleader, keeping the fire burning, and I love it. I love it so much, Integrity. It's great to see you, brother. Guys, as always, to get through some of the pleasantries, follow us on one of our social media pages like TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Threads if you're on there at _Bat Channel. If you're on Facebook at Holy Bat Channel. It's a great way to get in touch with us. Let us know what's going on in your life or to see what's going on in our lives. And we have polls and questions that we do a lot. So we're having a lot of fun over on Instagram, especially with the Godzilla community lately. Like, man, we've been doing so much over there, just chatting with people. And hopefully we're going to get a few big guys in the Godzilla community to be over on our Monarch panel soon to discuss the Monarch Legacy of Monsters show. But we're doing some fun stuff there. Definitely give us a follow on Instagram or Twitter or even TikTok. We make fun little videos for you guys to keep it going a little bit. But it's a great way. And also Battalion, right? Like, share, subscribe. No, you already know what to do, guys. I see. Oh, is Batan already listing out his
a few people have listed it out, and I think what we should say is list them out with us, because we're going to go 5 and then go back and forth and talk about, and then we'll also ask the chat what they picked for their 5th one. So their top 5 favorite movies. So let's do it like that so we can keep everybody included. So yeah, man.
Nice. I love it. I love it indeed, guys. As you know, we do have our breakdowns that we've done recently about Monarch Legacy of Monsters. Our next show will be episode 9 of Monarch Legacy of Monsters Axis Mundi. We're going to be doing a watch party, however you want to call it. Obviously, we can't show the show on our actual stream that we do. It's just us hanging out together as if we're sitting in a movie theater together. You're getting our live reactions, and we're kind of breaking it down as we're doing it, kind of giving our thoughts about what happened, especially if you're not included or aware of what's going on in the Monsterverse. Some of those things that you're like, oh, that doesn't make sense. What does that mean? Super Bro Corey and I might be able to be like, oh, well, this is where they're going. This is what they're doing. So it's a lot of fun over there with our watch parties. So definitely check it out. When you guys get a chance, you can set your reminders after the stream today. But Corey, I think we shouldn't wait any longer.
I was popping it up already.
You're popping up. First, before we begin top 5 films of 2023, let me ask you a question. Yeah, 2023 was a crazy year for us, for sure.
Sure.
A lot going on.
Sure.
What are give me maybe your top 3 most memorable moments of 2023 for this channel?
Oh, you know what I'm going to say right away. I know what's first on your list.
Probably.
So, not going to say the first one first. The third one, I'm going to say, the amount in which we grew. Absolutely insane. So that's pretty high up there as well, man. Yeah. So okay, I'm gonna do it like this. 3 memorable moments for me. They're not necessarily 1, 2, 3 because they're all pretty like just top moments. I'm gonna say 1. I can't thank you guys enough. Yeah, I know I'm kind of freezing right now. It's I'm having some video quality issues. I'm sure it's New Year's Eve and there's a lot of people streaming right now in the neighborhood. So. So 1 is obviously the thank you for how much we grew this year. Over 1,500 subscribers. That's absolutely amazing. In 1 year, we kind of had we were kind of plateauing there for a little bit, and then 2023 really jumped us up there, which was really amazing and awesome. The other thing that I would say that I've enjoyed quite a bit is the Godzilla community and how much we kind of grew in that aspect, which that was been a lot of fun in. But the big thing for me was the Full Circle event. The Full Circle event was absolutely amazing. Getting Samantha Wynn on the show and Wayne T. Carr. Those are absolutely amazing people. How much money we raised for American Foundation for Suicide Prevention that show. The fact that we had just like an amazing show with those two, how genuine and amazing a person that Samantha Wynn is, how that Wayne T. Carr is, the messages that they made for American Foundation for Suicide Prevention and what to do specifically when they struggle or what they would tell somebody who's struggling. Both of those messages that we made, it was absolute gold, and I loved those moments. So those were my favorite portions of 2023 for sure. So yeah, how about for you, Trey?
I mean, you basically said all the ones that I was thinking of, especially, you know, I mean, when I reflect on 2023, I won't lie, like after our season 2 of the Bat Channel, I was kind of thinking, you know, like we're not really growing, we kind of plateaued. What do we got to do to jumpstart things a little bit and to help build this community so we can do some like really cool things together? And it was weird that it was just this kind of year that exploded. You know, I think part of it is like for advice for anyone who wants to be a YouTuber, I think don't limit yourself. Don't put yourself in a box. And I think that was our issue is in the beginning, you know, calling ourselves the Bat Channel and saying we're all things Batman, all things DC. Well, Corey and I are passionate about so much more than just Batman and DC. Like, yes, that is obviously a huge part of my life. But I love Godzilla. I love Jurassic Park. I love Star Wars. I love Star Trek. I love I mean, a lot of Planet of the Apes, Back to the Future, Ghostbusters. I love all these different IPs that I'm very passionate about. That it was like, yeah, you know, maybe we should open up the channel to discussing more things. And what do you know, like Godzilla like helped blow us up. Star Wars has been a huge community for us, and so is Jurassic Park. And it's just wonderful to see that people have like kind of embraced us in the community, because like once you kind of label yourself in YouTube's algorithm doesn't really work in your favor when you want to pivot and like try other things. They kind of like, no, stay in your lane. And you guys have helped break the algorithm. So I appreciate that so much with you guys, that you've kind of really jump-started this year and kind of gave me hope that like all this hard work that Super Bro Corey and I and my Wonder Wife have put into this show hasn't gone unnoticed, but it continues on, right? Like you said, we can't do it without you guys to help continue growing into this next year, because seriously, as Corey said, that Full Circle stream was one of the probably the proudest moment on this show for me. Was the fact, not just the fact that yes, we had celebrities on here, Samantha Wynn, the amazing Samantha Wynn, and Wayne T. Carr, just absolutely genuine, kind, caring, lovely people. Just they make me melt. You know, they're just the sweetest people in the world. And the fact that they actually like hung out with us, you know, after the show to just chat about life was
right. That's so huge, man. Like I know we've mentioned it before, but if you're in the streaming community, you already know, but like a lot of us are friends, and we literally spend hours like just talking to each other in the backstage after shows. And you know, we plan, you know, oh, you want to do this stream with us, or you want to do that, or we're just talking about life in general, like and how people are doing and different ways we can help you know, things go for each other. And, you know, it was amazing that, you know, Samantha Wynn did the exact same thing with us. She was just chilling with us in the backstage for probably a good 30, 45 hour, even maybe, just talking to us about life and everything like that. She's such a sweetheart. I became a huge Team Sam Wynn fan that day.
Oh, absolutely, dude. They're just a true friend of the channel, and it's been fun, like getting to know her even past that, and like just being she's still a good friend of the channel. You know, it wasn't just like okay, she helped us with the stream and bye bye. Now it's we talk every
Continuing to
now and
build
then,
that
just
relationship.
continue
Yeah.
that friendship of just like how's it going, how's the movies, and then when the writer's strike happened, she got her citizenship, her US citizenship, which was such a
Yes.
cool moment, like it just
I love that she ate a hot dog. That was like her big deal to get.
Oh man, her and Wayne are just a real hoot. Love them to death. They always have a home here, and we are looking forward to whatever they have going on in their careers and just in their personal lives, all the achievements they've gotten. And the biggest thing was the fact that we really hit the goal and the message of what Full Circle was about, which wasn't just celebrating the Snyderverse, but celebrating raising over $1 million for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, but continuing that fight because it never ends, right? Suicide prevention never ends. So the fact that we were able to raise, what was it, Corey? $500?
It may have been a little bit more than that, actually. I want
more?
to say for that event alone, it was well over 500 because there are some additional donations to Full Circle after the stream, and yeah, it was. I can't remember the number exactly, but that's how amazing the Zack Snyder community is all together. But more importantly, the Bat Channel community, the battalion. We have donated tons of money because you guys have done AFSP super chats and everything like that, and donations, doing hashtag the Bat Channel and different things like that. And one of the reasons why we want to get to 10,000 subs so badly is because YouTube, they take super chats and they take a portion of the profits. Well, Trey and I don't like that when we're doing our AFSP streams, so we would match. So like if somebody put in $10 and YouTube took $4 or $5 of it, we were going to match with our own money that additional $5, so that your full $10 donation went to AFSP, because that bothered us. So the 10,000 scrubs is like it's something we're definitely striving for, and it's our main mission, because we want to have, once when you hit 10,000 subs, YouTube allows you to do those donation streams, and that's what we're pushing for. We love to give back to our community. Our community is absolutely amazing, and it's probably our biggest goal.
I mean, it really is, for the simple fact that in 2024, I would love to do more charity streams. There's so much more that I want to do for AFSP, Feeding America, the Wounded Warriors, all these different charities that Corey and I are really passionate about, that we have this incredible community to help. Every dollar helps, and I know sometimes they're difficult, but even just spreading the word about it is amazing. Corey and I often talked about that. If you weren't able to donate to AFSP, just reaching out to a friend or a family member that maybe you haven't spoken to in a while, or someone that you realize has said like, no, I'm good, I'm fine. And maybe they weren't fine. And you just said, hey, like, how's it going? How are you doing? It's so powerful just to reach out to somebody and letting them know you care. So, and you guys were doing that. Like, some of you actually like reached out to me in the DM saying like, hey, I talked to a friend that I haven't spoken to since high school, and it just happened to be the most opportune moment. And now we're good friends again. It's like crazy that some of that has happened with you guys, and the different things that are going on in your life that's what has been so beautiful about this community in general, is we've become more than just like, we're just content creators. Now we're like a family. We're building this community to help each other, lift each other up, and do things that are positive for the world. So, for 2023, I'm very, very proud of that Full Circle. I want to do more things like that for sure.
You mean 2024?
Yeah, for 2024, yeah. See, I'm gonna have to get used to the years again. But there definitely some big things coming. But just in general, we can't thank you guys enough for making this definitely probably one of the most successful years of the Bat Channel. And
It is. It really
all
is. This
you
is the most
guys,
successful year for sure.
Yeah. I see Trevor H has a $5 super chat. It's been hanging there for a while. Time to get Zack Snyder on the show, boys. Hey man, first off, thank you so much for the $5 super chat, brother. We always appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Trevor H.
It would be an honor to have Zach on. I know he's a busy guy. I know when he does show up on other people's channels, it really helps lift their platform. But would it be cool to have Zach here? Absolutely. He's one of my favorite directors of all time. I know this conversation even kind of came up on Twitter recently with the good Austin, the good friend, the good Austin, who's doing all that hard work for Cell. It would be so cool to have Zach on to do another charity stream like AFSP that we did with Samantha and Wayne. God, that would insane.
Bro,
we would have to figure that one out, Craig, because I think us covering what YouTube takes would kill us.
Bro. Yeah. But the thing too is imagine how excited and crazy we were for Samantha Wynn and the possibility of Wayne T. Carr. The night before, we didn't go to sleep. Basically, we were up all night. We were trying to, because the event was planned a little hectically. It was a lot of last minute things going on, and work with everybody who was a part of the Full Circle event. So we had maybe 48 hours to try to get things done. When we found out we were a part of the Full Circle event, and we were trying to roll with it. So it wasn't much time. So we were up all night. This is going to be basically what I'm trying to get to. If we were to get Zack Snyder on the show, this is also going to be our thank you to your super chat for you, Trevor H. But this is what the announcement and day before would look like.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure? Stay calm. Wait. Everybody calm down.
That was literally us. Oh God, it was Corey has so little time, and it turned out so great. A shout out real quick to our good friend Koj and Retro Nerd Girl, who were on that Full Circle stream with us, because the fact that Koj was able to go to the Full Circle SnyderCon event and give us a taste for all of those who weren't able to go there. And he took time out of his day. He was hanging out with friends who flew from Europe, some of them, to go hang out with him at Full Circle.
A lot of people overseas.
Yeah, and people he hasn't seen in 5 years. So the fact that he was, kind enough to give us an hour of his time to chat and make people feel like they were there at the event was so I appreciate him so much for that. And then Retro Nerd Girl, who was just professional as can be. I felt so bad, because we had no idea at the time if Samantha or Wayne or anyone was going to be able to attend that. So Retro had a whole bunch of notes planned, of things to talk about to keep the show engaging. And she was a trooper through that, man. She just sat there and interjected when she could and just had a great time being there. And the fact that she was just so professional about that, Retro Nerd, she's a real one.
Yep.
She's a real
one. Absolutely. Retro is absolutely amazing. That was such a fun stream, that's for sure. We'll have to do it again for sure.
Absolutely.
Something along those lines.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, buddy.
Thank you, bro. Oh yeah. It's a lot. See a lot of new people in the community, and it's crazy to think about.
Crush the purple puppet.
It's been a blast, Crash. Yeah. It's been so cool to get to know you guys, and like we talked about, right, through Instagram and then DMing each other after our YouTube shows for Autumn. Absolutely. One thing I would like to bring up before we go into our top 5 list is, we also lost a dear friend, Mikey Sutton. That was something that hit us all really, really hard this year. A dear friend, we've had him on the show. Crazy stories that man had, and he had so much going for him in 2024, with Dreamwalker, the Dreamwalker universe, and it's still, there's days I wake up and I like start to laugh because I think of a story Mikey, would say to us in a back conversation, and I'll like go to message him about something, and it'll like hit me, and I'll be like, so it's just one of those like reminders, like Mikey, who was at this huge moment in his life, and things were really taking off, and life just went like that in a flash. So I miss him a lot, miss his fun conversation, miss his crazy scoops that sometimes he even had me scratching my head like, Mikey, there's no way that's how it's going to go. And somehow it would become true.
Bro.
Yeah.
Think about that too. The Mikey Son Dreamwalker interview spotlight was this year as well.
Oh God, was that?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that was 2023 as well, dude. Can you, man? There were so many high moments, and I was like, man, that was such a great interview with Mikey. Absolutely beautiful. I tell you what, he always got you laughing. That was one of the most amazing things about Mikey. But I think the biggest thing that I took away from that interview with him is how life's going to throw you curveballs, and life's going to do different things, and things are going to get beat tough in life, but keep marching forward. Never give up on your dreams, because anything's possible. And the Mikeyverse, MV forever, Mikeyverse forever, man. It's there's no matter what happens with Dreamwalker, there's always going to be a Dreamwalker comic out there, a few Dreamwalker comics out there. So
yeah,
he accomplished a lot of his dreams, and yes, there are some things left unfinished, but from where he was, when he had his first medical emergency, and they're like, oh yeah, you're pretty much done for. I wouldn't be surprised if you die overnight, basically, to living the next years of his life in an amazing way, accomplishing so many of his missions and everything like that, was just absolutely amazing. It's just speaks to his never give up attitude, to live life to the fullest, and he didn't take anything for granted.
Yeah, and as I always say, like, that man made the most out of the time he had left. And I mean, creating the Dreamwalker universe, but more importantly, like, how cool is his legacy that in a lot of ways he brought a lot of people together in this community, in this particular YouTube community, with the Sill Nation, the Cool Table, the Mikeyverse, the Dreamwalkerverse. He's brought so many of us together, the Battalion community, that we become like really good friends. Like we chat. We have a back chat where we chat with all these people who have become great friends because Mikey kind of found different people that he's just like, hey, I like what this person's doing. Let's bring him in. He was just really great at finding people who could have great chemistry and like just letting it naturally blossom. It was like he knew. And so kudos to him and his legacy, and whatever happens with Dreamwalker. I have no idea if anyone is wondering. I have no idea what's going on with it. I hope it continues. I think there's some people out there who can pick up the reins, socks, to create something wonderful with Noel. But we miss Mikey a lot, man. That was a tough thing. But I can hear him right now saying again, Trey, we've already done this. Just move on and get on with the show. We miss you, Mikey. God, let's see. Bad thing.
I love what Crash the Purple Puppet.
Crash has God has a purpose for. Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, bro.
So God has a purpose for each of us. He proved the doctors wrong by keeping Mikey alive and lived out his life. So wholesome. Absolutely.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely. Yeah, see, Batan, the friendship we've built with Batan, and so many others like Josh and stuff like that with Sill and Sky and all those cats. It's if anything, that is the coolest legacy you could ever have, is making friends, making a family. So thank you so much, Mikey, for that. Now on to the fun stuff to talk about, Corey, our top 5 films of 2023. Yes, I think it is.
Go.
I can't wait to discuss this, because I know I definitely saw a ton of movies this year. Hurt the bank account a little bit seeing all the movies, but I love going to the movies. To me, that's my escape, other than going to the mountains, Super Bro.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm curious to see what you picked. I think I know a couple.
Okay.
If I had to guess, I think I know some.
Okay.
But what's number 5 for you?
So we're going to switch to the number 5. So people.
First, I guess we'll do honorable mentions.
Which is wild. I can't believe some of your honorable mentions. Okay. Okay. So you're going to have to explain some to me. Damn, I wish my camera wasn't lagging.
If you told me, right, Corey, the first slide is going to be yours.
Yes.
Right after this. And then second slide is mine.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So honorable mentions are films that didn't quite make the top 5 film list, but were worthy enough to be mentioned and say this was a damn good film that just got etched out of the list. So Corey, what is your honorable mentions?
Yeah, honorable mentions, buddy, is pretty big. Air and 65. So I didn't see Air in theaters, but I watched Air at your house, and I was absolutely amazed and shocked by how good it was. It was a star-studded cast. Ben Affleck did a fantastic job, and it was amazing just to see Matt Damon do his work to try to get Michael Jordan, and more specifically get his mom on board with Nike, some unknown shoe company. So it was actually a really fun movie that I enjoyed. It wasn't a go to the movies theater for me, but it was still a fun place. The other one that I had to go with was 65, and I know that's a pretty crazy probably for some of you thinking about for me, but I'm a fan of Adam Driver. This movie, when I went back to think about it, it stressed me out. It stressed me out the entire time, and it made it where it was like, you know what, I kind of I love dinosaurs, so it was really cool to see more dinosaur content, but in a completely different light. There were some cool elements to the story. There were some things that I didn't like, sure, but it was one of those things where like it kept me at the edge of the seat the entire time, and for that it made it kind of a fun movie. I had to give it a honorable mention for 2023.
Okay, very, very cool. And I do see some people in the chat are saying you're still having a bit of lagging issues, Corey.
Yeah.
But I get it. People in Wyoming, they're going crazy for the NFL right now.
Yes.
But Air, man, great film. Very, very good film. 65, that one surprises me quite a bit. I did not realize you liked that movie. I liked it. I wanted it to be so much better, though. It was one of my highest anticipated films of 2023, and it didn't quite do it for me, but I still enjoy it. Like I have it on Vudu. I can watch it whenever I want. Yeah. And to me, it was just like the step in a direction that I want Hollywood to do a little more of, where it was brand new IP.
Yes.
And it wasn't doing Jurassic Park. I love Jurassic Park. But Jurassic Park has gotten into the issue where dinosaurs aren't really scary anymore, and they're just it's more majestic, it's more family friendly. And I want someone to get into a place of making a scary dinosaur film. And 65 did do that. It just had a few story and pacing issues for me. Mm-hmm. But I agree, Corey. That's an honorable,
exactly.
mention.
That's how I took it. I was like, it's somewhere in the top 10 list for me.
That's cool. I dig that. Okay, so for my honorable mentions, this is probably going to catch a lot of people off guard.
Yeah, let's.
And
I'm
some
gonna make
people
it
are probably going to
big.
go.
All right, so this is you. Okay, let's go.
Yes, ladies and
This is
gentlemen.
Trey's. Wow.
John
I'm
Wick
surprised to see
Chapter
a movie
4
on there.
and Rebel Moon. So I know people are probably like, Trey, you got to address the Rebel Moon thing.
Oracle
you gotta-
Clock Tower already calling you out Rebel Moon as an honorable mention. What the heck is going on here?
And I will explain my reason. It's definitely an honorable mention to me because it's brand new IP. It's a new universe. You have no idea what to expect. And for this to be the first film in this new Snyderverse over at Netflix, I love this movie. I've watched it maybe 5 times now. It has a few issues for me that, knowing how Zack Snyder is, tells me that it's probably fixed and better in the R-rated director's cut. So to me, it was like, this film was already not set up for like perfect success. Like it wouldn't be considered a masterpiece of a film, but it's a damn good start. And that's how I feel about it. It's a damn good start to a new universe that I'm super excited for, that like I really just want to. Not a real Snyder fan.
I'm gonna combat this real quick. Maybe he's so much of a Snyder fan that he doesn't like any studio interference at all, and he wants the director's cut to be the only cut. So, that kind of sounds what you're saying to me. But like, you wanted the rated
interfere though. Netflix actually told him to make the R-rated cut.
They didn't interfere, but it's not the original movie.
No, and to me, it's not the full movie. Like, it's very clear that it's a part 1 movie, and this won't be our full-on review. Corey and I will do a review where we actually deep dive into it a little more about my thoughts. But to me, it was very smart marketing-wise for them to call it a part 1, because it feels like a part 1. It feels kind of open-ended. Like, if this was the only film I got, like, think about it. If this was, and I hate to say this film, just because I don't want people to compare it to this film, but I'm going to say it. If Star Wars was the first film to come out and that's where it ended, you'd be kind of like, okay, we had a little bit of resolution there. There's still potentially an empire out there, but it was a little bit more of a full movie. It was very, very smart. At the time, it wasn't released as Star Wars Episode 1, right? Or Episode 4, obviously, right? But the fact that they called it part 1 was a very, very smart move on Netflix's part, because they could kind of set that expectation that it's going to feel open-ended, that I have a feeling that when I see part 2, I'm going to be like, this all makes sense.
So that's your argument, that it's a part 1?
Not just as a part 1, but I think they clipped out a few things that...
Okay. You want the extended cut and that it's a part 1, basically.
Yeah, I think if the extended cut was released, I would be like, instantly, this is in the top 5.
Okay. I don't know if I agree, but we'll see, I guess. So,
and then John Wick Chapter 4 was like one of the most amazing, like, action fight movies of all time. It was just like, the choreography was insane. The cinematography, especially this one overhang shot, was so good. To me, the part what ruined the movie was the very ending. I don't agree with what happened in the ending, and especially the post-credit scene. To me, that was like it made me scratch my head and be like, "What are you doing? Like, where are you going? You had something great, and you had to ruin it with that."
You want to know something? Yeah, nah, I'm not gonna say it. Yeah, I was glad to see John Wick on there for you. I actually haven't seen that John Wick 4 movie yet. So, yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, but still a great movie. Both films are definitely they're like, they were close to edging out some of those other films for sure.
Wow.
Corey, let's go to number 5 now. Number 5.
All right, everybody. Number 5. Oh, I don't know why that the green screen didn't crop out. Sorry about that. But number 5. So me first, huh?
Yes,
all
sir.
right. So this is a new movie that came out December 1st, and it's called The Shift. And I know this is going to be wild. A lot of people probably don't know about it, but I saw it in the movie theaters, and I freaking liked it, dude. Like, it was a really cool movie. First off, I have to say I absolutely love Neil McDonough. Neil McDonough's a really cool actor, and so really neat there. Also has Sean Astin in there. And then I don't know if that guy looks familiar to you, Trey, that Christopher Polaha. He was in Jurassic World as well, but it's called The Shift. It came out December 1st. It's kind of an interesting movie. It's kind of a sci-fi movie. It's like what they would say is like a dystopian drama and sci-fi thriller, basically where one man is faced with infinite worlds and impossible choices. And the main guy, Christopher, who is Kevin Gartner in the movie, which is the guy in the top there looking at you. He runs into this guy or this adversary known as the Benefactor, which is Neil McDonough. Neil McDonough plays a fantastic bad guy. You can kind of see he's the big head in the back.
I think he plays Dum Dugan in the MCU, yes. Right?
Dude, yes. And he also is in Yellowstone. He's in tons of different stuff that I absolutely enjoy. But he it's kind of like this person, the Benefactor, and basically what he does is he can completely disrupt your life. He will shift you into an alternate universe of yourself. So it was a cool premise where basically there's multiple universes and multiple Treys out there, multiple Coreys out there. Somewhere you're, doing different things, basically, maybe you're a doctor or you're a criminal or you're all these different things in the world. And basically what he does is he shifts you out of, your good life and into basically a hell. And it's kind of gives me like all these different vibes of like sci-fi movies. Sean Astin plays a real cool role in it as well. And it just had something where it was like this a sci-fi drama that was like a really cool spin on things for me, and how a one man fights to kind of try to get somewhat of his life back. And it does have some religious purposes to it, but it was a really cool movie. I love that actor. He's been kind of blacklisted from Hollywood, so whenever he's in something, I try to support him out there as well. And it was to me a kind of just a cool movie where it caught me off guard because I had no clue what it was going into it, and was really surprised with it overall. Just a fun movie.
Okay, interesting. I'll have to check that out. Is it available anywhere for? It's still in theaters, maybe?
Yes, it is still in theaters right now in some places. I know it's in the theaters here in town still, but it's also I think it's on Angel Studios, their apps. I think it is going to be on Amazon Prime coming up here. I think it's going to be on HBO Max too. I thought I heard as well. Wow. Not positive on HBO Max, but I thought I had heard that. Oh man, I'm trying to think what else too. I lost my train of thought. Dang. But just kind of a fun movie. It reminded me a lot of different like sci-fi movies, and it just became kind of a fun and just entertaining movie. I was at the edge of my seat for a lot of the movie. I want to say some more things about it, but I don't want to spoil it for anybody.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that.
Well, you piqued my curiosity. I mean, to put it on the top 5, I was kind of like, I've never even heard of this. Like, I feel like for the most part, people will know my movies and be like, okay, this one makes sense. But this one, I'm just kind of like scratching my head, like I have no idea what this is about. So I'll have to look at it. You know?
Yeah. So the other thing that I thought that was interesting about this movie too is I know we don't do Rotten Tomato scores of it, but like I said, that guy has been kind of blacklisted and just like somebody else we know. And I'll be honest with you right now, on the tomato meter, they got a Rotten Tomato 39%, but on the audience score, it has an 87%. So the audience is really enjoying it. So yeah, it was a cool, kind of a fun movie in my
Interesting.
opinion.
Okay, I'll have to look that one up because I just mind is blown about it. Okay,
Neil
Corey,
McDonald's plays such a menacing character that like I love him in that movie. It's Neil McDonald is the man.
Okay.
Yep. All right, you ready for yours?
Yep, I'm ready. I'm ready for my 5. Okay,
right.
so
yes.
when I saw this movie in theaters, it had one of the best sound designs easily of this year. Like the Dolby, like whoever sound engineered that movie, one of the best films ever. If you follow me on Twitter, you already probably know what I'm talking about. And the fact that they released the movie when they did, it was such perfect timing for what was going on in Hollywood because the villain was very relevant. Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1. Holy cow, this film was awesome. You know, absolutely like loved it. I thought honestly it was one of the best films of 2023. Wow. It broke my heart that it didn't like absolutely annihilate in the box office like Top Gun Maverick did. Was it as good as Top Gun Maverick? I wouldn't say that, but I would say just for how well this film was timed, and Tom Cruise just absolutely nailed it, dude. Like this was one of the best Mission Impossible films in the entire franchise. Almost as good as what was it? Fallout was the last one. It was so good, Corey. I love this film. I absolutely love it. I was so sad.
Hi, Dennis. Yeah. No, sorry, I'm still kind of lagging a little bit. Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning, fantastic movie. Those stunt scenes were amazing. It had some real life applications. That's all I'm going to say about it right now because it may still be on my list.
There is a review that we have on our channel, spoiler free, that you can check out if you haven't seen Mission Impossible. But I think easily it was one of the best films of 2023. Tom Cruise, and I think it's Christopher McQuarrie who did the directing of this one as well. Those two, their combination, they figured it out, man. They know how to make great films. Can't wait for part 2. Let's see where this damn thing goes. It's insane how good it is. Corey, let's go ahead and go to number 4.
All right, number 4. Boom.
Oh, okay, Corey, what's your number 4 pick?
Yeah, man, my number 4 pick is something you may have just mentioned. It is Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1. Oh my gosh, yeah. So I completely agree. I loved the movie as well. It was absolutely fantastic. The stunts were amazing. Is it as awesome as Top Gun Maverick? No, nothing will be as awesome as Top Gun Maverick, but still the fact that he does the stunts, he's just the real life applications with the AI technology and everything like that going on. And I can't wait for part 2, which I'm glad you specified earlier about Rebel Moon, because I was going to give you some trouble there for hating on it because it was a part 1, because I saw that you had Mission Impossible as number 5 on there. So I'm glad you cleared that up with Rebel Moon. But yes, Rebel Moon or Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning, a fantastic Tom Cruise movie. Big fan of Tom Cruise, and Yeah, I had fun. I had a lot of fun watching this movie. It had me on the edge of my seat the entire time, and now we got the big Tom Cruise stunts as well. It was fantastic.
Right? Like, you just can't go wrong there. Like, when Tom Cruise does half of the crazy themes that he does, you're just like, bless you, Tom. Bless you.
You know what? You know what? We're on. So this is number 4 for us, by the way, right?
Yes,
I forgot
it's
to
number
mention for people to put their number 5 in the chat. I saw Bat Dan kind of remind me. He said Oppenheimer is number 5 for him. But yeah, if you want to start putting your number 4s in the chat, people, I'll start to star those and get them in. But Trey, are we ready for your number 4?
Sure. So this film, it to me, like, when the first movie came out, it was a sequel, the one I'm about to announce. It was a sequel at first. And the first movie I was expecting to hate. I thought it was going to be a silly, stupid film. The first film caught me by completely surprise, and I considered it like one of the greatest animated films of all time. When they were making the second one, I was like, it's going to be tough to beat the first one. The first one is one of the best animated films, right? The second one comes out, and it was as if someone in Zack Snyder's realm made this film, or Christopher Nolan, and made an animated film, because it was a deconstruction of the superhero genre that I was like, this was flipping cool. I watched this film again the other day and reminded myself that it was like one of the greatest animated superhero films. And you know what? One of the greatest animated films of all time, because it really asks a question of our superheroes that will forever live rent-free in my mind. And I don't want to give it away if you guys haven't seen it. I'm sure you have, though. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Holy cow, that was great.
Boom. There we go. So Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. This is one movie I didn't see this year. So you liked it a lot, though, huh?
Corey, no joke, dude. I would not lie to you. There's so much fan service in it, and sometimes fan service can be a bad thing because it can be sloppy, right? This was not sloppy. There was a ton of fan service, but the animations, each multiverse had different type of artwork to help express the character. So the amount of work the animators put into this film was absolutely mind-blowing.
Is Andrew and Toby in it?
There was amount of just incredible artwork, incredible storytelling, and to me, this film does exactly what Batman v Superman Ultimate Edition does for me. It challenges you to think about your superheroes differently, and it's a kid film. Imagine that. I mean, it's not a kid film, but it's for younger audiences, and they did something really special here that, like, kudos to the studio who made it. It bums me the hell out that they were overworked, and the animators are forced to, take a break because they weren't quite treated well during this project, that they need time to kind of recuperate. All I hope is take your time, guys, because this one, I know I said about the first film, this film is going to be near impossible to beat for me in terms of animation films. Insane.
Wow, that's amazing to say. I'm going to have to check it out off of your recommendation. But right now is the time, chat, to put in your number 4 movie. We'll take a look at what you guys said. Beyond the Night put Killer of the Flower Moon. This is one that I've been wanting to watch. I didn't get a chance to see it in theaters, but I was actually going to probably watch it either tonight or tomorrow. But it looks so interesting, Trey. It's basically, have you heard about this one?
Killers of the Flower Moon. Yeah, it was kind of like
you saw it.
It kind of reminded me of Yellowstone in the trailer. I haven't seen it yet. I want to.
Leonardo DiCaprio. I always say DiCaprio. Leonardo DiCaprio. I can't say his name right. Leonardo. And I like Leonardo. And then it also has Look at You.
Look at you. Yeah.
Yes. There we go. Robert De Niro. I was waiting for it. Yeah, there we go. There's that face.
Yeah,
Has Robert De Niro in it, and it's
Look at you.
basically, yeah,
Look at you.
basically just shows, what, true, based on true story, what happened to the, I think, Osage Nation tribe there, where they found on the reservation that there was oil, so they needed to get them off the res, basically, so they started killing them one by one. Absolutely horrible how, some of the Native Americans were treated, for sure. So that's a great movie. I'm very curious to check it out.
It's on Netflix right now. So
is it really? Oh,
it is.
So it's happening.
Trust me, you got to watch the first one though, first, Corey, because obviously
wait, Five Nights at Freddy's.
Wait,
you're talking about your Spider-Man.
Oh, the Spider-Verse. Sorry, I wasn't. I totally spaced about five. I haven't seen Five Nights at Freddy's. I heard great things, especially if you're a fan of the games. I never played the game, so I would probably be the person that's like slightly confused on the matter. But
Batman says Across the Spider-Verse is his number 4 as well. So he says, Orko says Return of the Spider Channel. Dennis Medina says number 5 is Air, and the 4th is Sound of Freedom. Sound of Freedom was a great film. We'll have to check.
Wow.
To see if it ends up on my list. Red Hooded Outlaw gave Sounds of Freedom also number 4. Oracle's Clock Tower said Air. Batman said same as Trey. Hunger Games prequel is Nine Lives in Hell. Here's number 4.
Okay.
Mission
I
Impossible.
haven't seen that one. I want to.
Mission Impossible is Carrie Kelly's.
Okay.
And the Butler says Creed 3 is his number 4. So a lot of good number 4s there. I think that's where we are in the chat. So let's jump to. What do you think, Trey?
Number 3. Let's go to number 3. Corey, what is your number 3?
Number 3 for me, buddy, is I think going to come to a surprise for some people. But number 3 for me is Rebel Moon. Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire. And the reason I gave it number 3 is, one, I love the new IP. I love the story that we got in it. Yes, it was missing some elements and everything like that. And I know for sure, it's very possible that next year, the 2024 list that we do, Rebel Moon, the extended cut 1, and 2 is coming out next year. So it's very possible that it goes even higher on my list. But for what the movie is now, it became my 3rd favorite movie of the year. Absolutely loved this movie. It was so fun seeing the new IP. I've already bought and started listening to the Rebel Moon novel on Audible. And I love this new IP, and I'm going to have a lot of fun where this is going.
Okay, wow, man, I'm surprised you gave it that high, but it's easy to me. These top 5 are really difficult because they all could have been mixed in, And for my top 2, when I say those eventually, I'll be fully honest, they could flip any day for me. It could be a certain mood that I'm in where I'm like, no, this is the best film. It's literally that close when it comes to some of these films. We got some banger films for sure. Rebel Moon, it's a great film, man. I can't wait. I truly think when the director's cut comes out and fills in some of those scenes and it's a little more Zack Snyder-esque, in terms of the violence and the cinematography and the fight choreography, then I'll be like, oh yeah, top 5 easily. To me, it was just, I could feel the film was holding back just a smidgen, and they cut it down so that it would be more general audience-y. And it was just that reason that, because it was the tone down, it was Rebel Moon light. I was kind of like, it's great, but it's not top 5. But I agree. What's the chat think?
People are liking it. They said loved Rebel Moon. This is why Corey is the better handsmith. People are liking that pick, Trey. So now, chat, make sure you start to put in your number 3 favorite movie. I'll start capturing them while Trey explains to us what his 3rd favorite movie.
And I think I saw Bat Dan kind of throw some smack on this movie, calling it boring. Man, when I saw this, every now and then, yes, I prefer blockbusters. I prefer the little more action-packed sci-fi, but every now and then someone makes a very artisan film that I'm like that was so, there's nothing. And I kind of use what Corey says when he grades a movie or a TV show or an episode. And Corey says he tries to find what's wrong with it. And that's how he grades it, right? Like it's part of how it makes him feel, but like what could he nitpick? And honestly, I can't nitpick anything in this film. I've watched it like 4 times on Amazon Prime, and I can't find a single thing wrong with it. The pacing seems fine to me. And maybe it's because I'm a big, our parents are from Chicago. So I grew up with Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time.
We
Sorry,
know what
LeBron.
it is now.
Air, man. Ben Affleck nailed this film. It's funny. It's inspirational. It hits. I don't know if I would say it's the greatest like sports movie of all time, but it is definitely up there. I think it's just so good, and it's different. It's not so much, it's a game, and there's an athlete who's trying to make that final shot. It's about the business side of it, and was telling a story that I didn't even quite know was the thing. I just grew up with Michael Jordan being the best, and he has Air Jordan shoes. I didn't know there was this whole fight, and bidding war to get Michael Jordan to sign with them. So I truly think this is a film that should be nominated for best director, best movie, best actor, best female actress without question. Viola Davis was absolutely amazing in it. I don't know if it'll win anything because it now has some pretty good competitors as the year went on, but it's up there. Air was amazing. Loved Air.
Yeah, Trey, it was a good movie. I'm glad you showed it to me because it was a fun watch, and that really impressed me. I was like, do I really care about this? I love Michael Jordan, but like a movie about shoes, like how is this going to be entertaining at all? Shoes for Christmas? What?
I know. Since this movie, I have always wanted some Air Jordan kicks since I was a kid, because of Michael Jordan. Since then, I've kind of let that passion, that obsession die down. But when this movie came out, Sarah knows that I've been staring at some Air Jordans being like, is it worth $200 for some Air Jordans?
Yes and yes.
Maybe.
All
Maybe.
right. Nope, I'm still kind of laggy, and all right. I'll still turn off. All right, so going to what people said in the chat, the Butler also going with me, Rebel Moon, number 3. Dennis Medina said, my 3rd is Oppenheimer. I think Red Hood Outlaw May Have Thought Sound of Freedom was there. Bat Fanatic said Spider-Verse. Dan's Thought said number 3, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. We still need to watch that with him.
My God. You can't honestly tell me that Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey is one of the greatest films you've seen this year. Really, Bat Dan? See, usually I don't judge choices.
I know. I was about to say, oh my God, Trey's judging somebody's choice.
Are you trolling? I gotta know, Bat Dan. Do you really think like you would hold that movie up against things like Rebel Moon? Like you think it's in the conversation? Like you think you could actually sit down and debate and defend why that film deserves to be in the conversation with things like Maestro or anything? To me, it's a parody. It's a joke. Like I don't know. If you truly believe that it is one of the greatest films of all time, or at least of this year, then one, I got to ask, how many movies did you see this year? Did you only see 5? And that's,
how much Batman trolls you. I'm kind of okay with this right now. Red Robin gives it a Rebel Moon number 3. Let's see, scroll down. Jumped ahead. Number 3, The Boogeyman from Crash the Purple Puppet. Interesting. Rebel Moon for Trevor H as well. Put it like this: I can recognize a movie as not as good as another, but still personally like it better.
Okay, so it's
There's
a personal
some deep
thing.
thought in this movie.
Okay, I didn't in the Winnie the Pooh film. Interesting. Okay, well now you might have me intrigued when you say these deep thoughts, because
It's a trap.
I watched a movie recently with my wife on Amazon. Oh my god, I was literally just thinking this. Cocaine Bear. I watched Cocaine Bear recently because I showed Sarah Goodfellas, and I was like, let's watch Ray Liotta's other film, his last one. And I remember watching and being like, there's some movies that don't need to be made. It is outlandishly fun. I definitely agree with that. But I was happy watching it once and maybe never again. It's just a crazy, it's one of those films that, maybe if I was super drunk.
Never again.
There you go. Wonder Wife just gave never again.
We almost got a Wonder Wife sighting.
We almost did. It's crazy. Cocaine Bear is
nuts. Back then, there's no deep thought in Winnie the Pooh.
I don't know anymore. Interesting though. Very interesting. Corey, give me. Was there any more number 3 picks?
Yeah, I think that's kind of been going through them. A lot of Rebel Moons here at number 3 for people. So that's interesting. Yep.
So yeah, a lot of people will agree with you on that. Let's go with number 2 now, then, Corey.
Number two. Coming up here is my number 2. This movie meant a lot to me, and it was one that was also in theaters, and it had a huge meaning behind it. It is based on a true story, but I had to go with number 2 being Sound of Freedom. Sound of Freedom is my number 2. Absolutely incredibly true and amazing story about basically a former government agent who basically turned vigilante. He turned Batman, became a Batman. And he, embarks on this dangerous mission, and he rescues hundreds and hundreds of children from traffickers. Now, this movie was just such a touching movie, but it was also the scare. It was a little bit. It was scary because this is actually happening in this world, that people are trafficking these beautiful children, and it's something that is not really brought to light very often, because people don't really want to talk about it, but in a lot of ways it needs to be talked about, because we need to find an end to this. Jim Caviezel, or however you pronounce his last name, I absolutely loved him playing a former agent. I like Jim in a lot of other movies as well. You might remember Jim, like one of my favorite ones that a lot of people know him as the Passion of Christ Jesus, that is him as Jim, but one of my favorite other movies that he's in, Frequency.
Frequency, so good.
Yes. Frequency, I absolutely love Frequency, and I've loved this guy for a long time. He's in Pay It Forward, Deja Vu, lot of different movies, and he's such a great actor as well. And this movie was a good. It was shot really well. It had some, the storyline was insane. And it's insane. It's a true story, and it's something that needs to be talked about. People need to know that God's Children is not for sale, and it was one of those movies that that needed to be at the top of my list this year. Just as being a good movie, but also being a true story, and being a statement that if a list ever does come out about certain things and that's going on in Hollywood and stuff like that, and you're going to see some major popularly DC heads on it and other people on there as well. It's horrible what's going on and what's happening to our children, and we need to put an end to it. And this movie shed light on a very important subject, and it was really good. Yes, Dennis Medina, the lighting was absolutely fantastic on it.
The lighting? He's talking about even just from a technical standpoint.
Bro, dude, this from a technical standpoint, this story hit, man. It was like, one, it's a true story, but oh my God, man, it was just insane. It was touching. It had you at the end of the seat because you didn't really know how it was going to end. You're like, oh my God, don't mess with children. Don't mess with children. God's Children's not for sale.
One thing I will say, this film has defied box office logic. Hollywood is still confused, and I can guess why they hate that film.
Because they're part to blame.
Yeah, they were trying to kill this film, and the fact that it destroyed Indiana Jones in the box office.
Mm-hmm.
Indiana Jones, the final film of Harrison Ford and John Williams, and it destroyed that film in the box office. It's actually in the top 10, I believe, still for the box office totals for 2023 domestically.
Yeah,
insane.
Yeah,
insane.
Yes,
congrats on that film in that studio.
If you haven't, if you haven't seen Sounds of Freedom or Sound of Freedom, you need to see it.
I do need to look at it.
It's that one's also on, I think, Paramount. I think that's on Paramount.
I think it's also on Amazon now.
Amazon, and I think it's on Angel as well. It's something that needs to be talked about, and it's horrible what's happening, and Dennis also says, I feel like the hate on the movie was politically motivated. It scares me how Hollywood is doing this to the movie, what the still criticize the U.S. government doing to them in the 50s. Absolutely. The fact that Hollywood is so scared of this movie says that this movie is even more true, the stuff that's going on and the trafficking of these kids is horrible. And yes, it's saying a huge statement by liking this movie, and but the crazy part is this movie is not political. It's actually a really damn good movie. It's shot extremely well. The lighting's great. The scenes in it are good. The characters are believable. You're on their side, and there is a happy ending. So. And the madness of it all. So it's an important movie, and I think everybody needs to see it.
Well, I know you have told me that I needed to go see it, and I do plan on watching it, especially now that it's on streaming. Sorry, I purposefully waited for it to be on streaming so I could watch it, because I had a feeling, just based off everything I was hearing, that this film was extremely emotional, that I didn't want to be in the theater and be like,
oh, bro, I was tearing up. I don't cry in movies, but I was tearing up, bro. This is an extremely touching movie, and it's so sad what's going on. And that's what also ticked me off about it. I was planning on making a movie review for this one, but I was getting annoyed because I was going to go on some political rants, and we don't try to do that, because but the biggest thing about this is there's nothing political about this movie. There shouldn't be conspiracy theories about this movie. There shouldn't be anything political about this movie, because once again, God's children is not for sale. No children, nobody's children, is for sale. Nothing. So why are we trying to deter people from seeing this movie, Hollywood? Why are we not producing this movie? This movie was supposed to come out years before, and it didn't. And what happened was it eventually went to Angel Studios. Angel Studios picked it up. They got the crowdfunding, the backing for this through their Angels Guild and everything like that. And they were the ones who were able to get this in a small amount of theaters. Once when people started to go see it, started taking off. People went to started going to more and more theaters and everything like that, and it grew so much. So the fact that it did so well, screams just the pureness and what this movie is meant to be. I think. Let me see. I just had it up. Oh gosh, let's see here. Let's see. Let me find it again. There it is. Yeah, Sound of Freedom is number 23 for movies. The Taylor Swift The Eras Tour just beat it out.
Oh wow! And that was a film that, yeah.
Yes, that's what I mean. It beats movies like Dungeons and Dragons, Napoleons, the Marvels, different things like that. Made over 248 million worldwide, and a lot of places, it wasn't really allowed in. Over 184 million in the States and 63 million worldwide as well in the limited theaters that it was in. So, amazing job to those who brought light to this horrible thing that's going on in our world. Shame on you, Hollywood, for trying to hide it.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. It's like, let the audience decide, let them decide if a movie bombs or not, and you know what? The audience made their voices heard. It did insanely well. Hollywood lost on that one big time. They had an opportunity to make
but in
good
some
money
ways,
there.
I'm kind of glad Hollywood lost.
It fits the story, it makes it even better about Sounds of Freedom, for sure. So I'll definitely have to check that one out. But okay, you guys ready for number 2 of my choice? Like I said earlier, this one pains me because I was like, I could flip either way. It depends on the day, but I kind of thought about it, and I do have a couple of minor tweaks and like slight issues that it didn't take the number 1 spot. And I kind of looked at it. This film is technically the aftermath of another film. So my number 2 choice, and I freaking loved this film. It's become an obsession. My wife tells me that I need to stop going to the movie theaters to see it. But you know what? I don't care. I love it. And you know what it is, Corey?
I know.
Godzilla -1.
Number 2 movie for Trey. Wow.
Yes. For me, it felt partly why I put it in number 2 is because it seems like it was the obvious number 1 choice. And it easily is. Like I said, they could flip. My 1 and 2 could easily flip. I just said to myself, the reason why I went with Godzilla -1 and 2 is because Godzilla -1, there was a couple of scenes where they kind of used it as like B-roll, where I wish they would have made it an actual like use, like it made it longer, it extended it out a little bit. To me, I could have easily had another 20 minutes of this film for it to be like perfection. But that's okay. Like, I think it's easily one of the greatest films, guys, of 2023. But not only that, it's probably one of the greatest hero arcs ever. It's one of them. It's easily one of the best hero stories in a film of all time. Character arcs, the main character, if this guy, I will be so pissed if this guy is not even nominated for Best Actor. The guy who played the main character deserves the Best Actor award. And I'm no joke about it. Like, no, shots fired at any of the cats from, Matt Damon to Cillian Murphy to Bradley Cooper. This guy who played Godzilla -1's main character played one of the greatest story arcs I had ever seen. So I remember in an interview done once with Michael Dougherty, who directed and wrote Godzilla King of the Monsters. And he had said that it is very difficult to make people care about the human stories of Godzilla, even though they're always, in there. It's, people just want to see the monsters fight. So he's like, I'm trying to find a formula that makes the characters work. And maybe it didn't quite work as good in King of the Monsters, but Takashi Yamazaki, who directed and wrote this film, nailed it. He proved that the human elements in Godzilla are so damn important. And not only that, it's what makes or breaks a film often, and bravo, Toho. You created a masterpiece, and not just a masterpiece in the Godzilla franchise. You created a cinematic masterpiece. And I just found out the other day that it's finally surpassed Shin Godzilla for Toho's best film of all time in the box office. And it's on track to possibly get 85, maybe $100 million. So, it's, if you haven't seen Godzilla -1, you have until January 5th at this moment. Go see it. I'm not kidding. Yes, there's subtitles, but the subtitles are even done in a way where I felt like it was very easy for people to read. One of the greatest films of all time. I had family and friends go with me who are Godzilla fans, but a lot of them had no idea that it was going to be subtitled, Japanese and English subtitles. Even they walked out of the theater going, whoa. And my father-in-law, who is a big Godzilla fan as well, he loved the silly Showa era stuff. He saw the trailer to the new Godzilla, and this is no shade at the new Godzilla film, because I'm very excited for that one. But he looked at me and he's just like, I don't know how how the MonsterVerse is ever going to be able to top something like that. And you know what? In terms of storytelling, maybe not. It doesn't mean that the MonsterVerse sucks. I mean, the MonsterVerse has been awesome and I love it and I want more of it. But that just shows you how good -1 is. It is not a Godzilla masterpiece. It is a cinematic masterpiece. Enough said. Enough said.
Amazing.
What's the chat
Absolutely
say, Corey?
Amazing. Yeah, no, the chat's going nuts with you as well, saying that they liked Godzilla -1. Godzilla -1 was phenomenal. Trey, I didn't work as well. Oh.
I didn't work as well? What? I'm confused.
Not sure. But we should still give him a super chat, Trey. Hit him with that. Thank you so much for the super chat, Bad Dams. Clarify what you mean. Just saying 2 competing Godzilla films come out. Why can't that happen? Oh.
I mean, the DCU is releasing 2 different Batman films pretty much at the same time, so they can relax. Right? It works. I'm correcting your grammar.
It didn't work as well. Oh, look at him. Oh, it's Batman. I'll let you pick one, Trey.
Batman, this one's for you.
Stop it. Get some help.
All right. So
thank you for the $2 super chat, though. I really do appreciate it.
Let's see. Other people were saying, let me scroll up. I was trying to start them as they're coming in. I think, Kaiju, Crazy Craig Rowland kicked it off. He said Oppenheimer is his number 2. 2 is Rebel Moon for Dennis Medina. King Donkey Kong said Godzilla -1 is number 2. I still can't believe I'm saying that. Bat Dance Thought says number 2 for him is Flash. Red Hood Outlaw said Godzilla -1. Oracle's Clock Tower says Barbie. I'm just kidding. Sorry, guys.
I'm just kidding. I still haven't seen that movie. I don't know if I would like it. Like, I don't want to watch it and just have it be a film. I mean, unless if you guys tell me in the chat, like, Trey, Barbie is a masterpiece, you got to watch it. To me, I was never interested in Barbies. Never hung out with someone who played dolls. I know there was the whole Barbenheimer thing. I don't know. If it was that good, maybe I'll check it out. But not even Sarah was like, I didn't play with Barbies.
Right.
I don't know.
The Butler says Godzilla -1. The Batman Who Laughs says Across the Spider-Verse. Okay. Joker's Wild says Napoleon. Hashtag Restore the Snyderverse guy says Godzilla -1 is 2. 3 with Oppenheimer. Red Robin says Rebel Moon. Crush the Purple Puppet that Blue Beetle is his number 2. Let's see if anybody else can watch Godzilla Minus One for free at home. Kalai says I loved Godzilla Minus One. Let's see. I think that's it for number 2s, buddy.
Okay, very cool. Yeah.
Are we ready to get into number 1?
I think yes. Let's get to number 1, the best film of 2023. Corey, what was your choice?
Yeah, so I think this is going to come to a lot of shocker for a lot of people. This was an incredible movie in my opinion. I think it was about a certain doll, and people thought that it was about Margot Robbie playing as Barbie, but really it was all about Ryan Gosling. Ryan Gosling really took over this movie in my opinion. Ryan Gosling was absolutely fantastic. He's just Ken, stole the show, I absolutely loved.
You have to be messy with me, man. You didn't watch
movie.
Barbie.
Yes, I did. Barbie was so much better than Oppenheimer, and I had to go with this movie. Just kidding, everybody. My number 1 movie is Godzilla Minus One. Godzilla Minus One, everybody. Godzilla Minus One. Oh my God, did I love this movie so much. It was absolutely fantastic. This movie changed my view on Godzilla. I became a Godzilla fan with this movie. I still love Kong, but Godzilla Minus One being a menacing Godzilla, the storytelling was fantastic. But guess what? You ready for this? I was going to wait and hold this for the review, and I'll dive deeper into this review, but everybody's seen it now. It was the Hallmark version of a Godzilla movie, and I'll dive deeper into what that means in the theme, but I knew Trey would kind of squirm when I called it a Hallmark movie, Hallmark Godzilla movie. But it was absolutely fantastic. The Godzilla was menacing. There was a lot of crazy things going on, and I can't wait to dive deeper into Godzilla Minus One review with you. It was absolutely beautiful. Loved the movie. This movie, I like, and I know Trey's surprised to see this as my number 1 because Trey's on shock right now. This movie actually got, like Monarch Legacy of Monsters, and then just seeing the trailers for this movie early on actually got me into kaijus in a more deeper route. Like, for those who have just joined us, I was never really a big Godzilla fan. Trey was always the Godzilla fan. I always kind of steer cleared, but this year was an eye opener for me. I have become a kaiju fan. I want more Godzilla content. I want more Godzilla games. I want to experience more Godzilla. I'm having fun with them. I know this is crazy for people to see as well, who know me and know the stories of me and my kind of, I'm not really into that. But yes, Godzilla Minus One showed me the light, and I'm a Godzilla fan. But
what?
Yeah.
What? Guys, what? This is me right now.
What the hell is going on?
The plan is proceeding as expected.
Bro, I have to say, I'm sorry, Oracle's Clock Tower. I haven't seen Barbie, but I do want to see it. I am a huge Ryan Gosling fan. With Trey putting Godzilla Minus One as a second, I had to just completely throw everybody off. And look at that. It's actually kind of, yeah. Red Hood Outlaw knew what I was doing. I even tricked Batman. Wait, did Corey seriously pick Barbie as number 1? People were going nuts in the chat. What? Whoa! What?
I don't like. even know what to say. I'm a little shocked. I mean, I knew you liked it, but guys, Corey used to make fun of me.
Oh yeah,
for liking Godzilla films. You know, like when we were little. You know, I would watch the silly Showa era. Corey would be like, "Please give me the TV so I can watch like Buffy the Vampire Slayer or something." You know, or what was the other show that you really really liked?
when we were kids.
Yeah, was it Boy Meets World?
Yeah, Boy Meets World was good.
You know, so the fact that Corey now, like even when I took the family, you know, Dad, who's the big Godzilla fan, and took Corey and my wife and Mom to go see Godzilla King of the Monsters, Corey was kind of sitting there like, whatever, like, all right, like, oh, that's not bad, that's kind of cool, that's dope. And then when he saw that they were hinting at Godzilla versus Kong, he was like, oh, now you got me hooked, man. Now King Kong's gonna mess up Godzilla. And it became this whole thing. So the fact that Corey's like coming in and being like, you know what, Godzilla -1, it's the best film of 2023.
And we're definitely gonna, when we hit that review, we're gonna hit that hashtag Hallmark Godzilla -1.
I know exactly what you mean by that, because I even messaged Mom as soon as I saw Godzilla -1. I was like, Mom would like this movie for one simple fact.
Bro, me and Mom were talking about that. Yeah, she's like, oh my god, it has the Hallmark ending. Yeah, we love this movie. It was fantastic, bro. Like,
oh my gosh,
this movie is almost perfection for me.
Oh, okay, but not quite Top Gun Maverick. Huh?
Well, Top Gun Maverick. Well, Top Gun Maverick meant more to me because I have a history with Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah,
I don't really have a history with Godzilla yet, but we'll get there. Godzilla.
We're getting there. Well, you know what? I'm gonna applaud just for that. That's the end of the show, everyone. Have a good night. That's good.
People are freaking out though. They're like, "Wowza! Whoa! Wait! What? Wow!"
People are surprised by that. Yeah, I mean, it's quite incredible for sure. I already said my piece on Godzilla -1, but I agree with your decision, sir, which makes me feel better about what I'm picking for number 1, just because it's in this conversation. It's a prequel to Godzilla -1, or to any Godzilla franchise, if you want to call it. Christopher Nolan really nailed this one, guys. Like Oppenheimer. It's a film that needed to be told, or a story that needed to be told, I should say. And the fact that it was received so well, and Christopher Nolan just knocked it out of the park. It's like one of the craziest films. I just love how he did it, where there's some black and white scenes. You really feel the tension and weight. I remember watching this movie in Dolby. And normally I don't like to sit in the front row, but it was so packed and sold out for opening weekend that is like my only option. And I'm kind of glad I did, because there's nothing more frightening than like seeing how Christopher Nolan filmed the nuclear bomb scene, when they drop it, and like you're there and you feeling the seats rumble as they're about, like, I felt the tension. I felt like my body trying to tell me, like, dude, you're not in a safe place. Get out of here. And the humility that Cillian Murphy plays with the Oppenheimer, it's insane. I definitely think it's maybe not a film for everyone. You could look at it as slow pacing, but I think Christopher Nolan did an absolutely insanely incredible job in telling this story. And when you think about it, I said this in my review. Definitely check out our review, because I go in a little more depth about it. When you realize the importance of this, we now live in this world, right? Before that whole event, there was no nuclear bomb fear. And because of that, it really does change the world. And it was an incredible film. It's one of the, as I said in my review, one of the most important stories ever told. And I truly believe that. It's amazing. And like I said, it's a prequel to Godzilla, because obviously it makes the nuclear bomb, which creates Godzilla. So there you go. Yeah, man.
Wow.
Amazing.
Wow, dude. Yeah. Amazing, amazing pick. You know, I need to give that one a full try. I started watching it and like it's to me it's I watched it, started to watch it a little bit late at night, so I kind of kept falling asleep through it. And you know, like I think for me, I'm just waiting for the bomb to go off. It's how I felt when I'm watching this movie. You know, I'm just waiting for the bomb to go off. You know, like let's go. You know, so for me, yeah, I you know, when I get through it, I will eventually be a number 5, but I'm almost tempted to just jump forward, Trey.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, to just skip through the movie.
Yeah, just do the bomb.
Oh, you gotta watch it, dude. It's so important because for the first time, I feel like with a lot of biopic films, sometimes they try to pick a person who is kind of looked at as a hero, you know, or like put them in a positive light. This film did not hold back. I was very impressed with how Christopher Nolan did this because he does not depict Oppenheimer as some grand hero that saved us from a prolonged battle in World War II. He shows the darkness in Oppenheimer. He shows the bad parts of him too. And he's a very gray area man. And the entire film just is I love those movies, which explains why I like a lot of Zack Snyder films and other movies, right? That kind of really make you think. I like films that I leave thinking, you know, and like really pondering what did that mean and like how do I like apply this, you know, from the things they were trying to really deconstruct. And this film really deconstructs the human soul in a way and explains kind of why our world is the way it is today, why we fear the things we fear today. And as a Godzilla fan, I was able to appreciate it even more because I understand what it meant a little bit compared to, you know, to the, you know, people of Japan and what it meant to them and how they were dealing with it. Obviously, I didn't have firsthand experience and I wasn't there and I don't hear the stories, but Godzilla was the representation of what happens and how they were trying to heal from that pain. So I was able to kind of come at it at a different angle than I think most people in the general audience. But it was just absolutely incredible film.
Absolutely. Crash the Purple Puppet said he sent you a photo on Instagram, by the way, if you want to take a look at that. What's up, Eric Patterson? He says, hey there, happy
Hopefully
New Year.
my phone doesn't die.
I think it's time to get to the chat.
Let's see.
Scroll back up. Back to their number ones. So this year, Dennis Medina said number 1 was John Wick Chapter 4. Awesome pick.
Joshua, that is hilarious. I can't show it just because of you know, the curse words. YouTube sometimes takes you down or knocks you out, but that is 100% true, sir. Crash.
Yeah, so that's awesome. You'll have to say that to me later, Trey.
Yeah, I'll have to
Dennis Medina says John Wick Chapter 4 is his number 1. Betham's Thought says my number 1 pick is hands down Rebel Moon. Let's see here. We also have Godzilla -1 from Atomic Kaiju 1954. He says Godzilla -1, number 1. Game classified Monarch Eyes only. Godzilla -1. Red Robin says Rebel Moon. Taladia Plays says 1 for me as Barbie as well. Just kidding, Rebel Moon. Chat, definitely make sure you're putting in your number 1 so we can see what your all-time favorite movie was this year. But yeah, Trey, you did actually kind of surprise me with Oppenheimer as your number 1.
I was going to do Godzilla -1.
I was kind of leaning towards Godzilla -1 for you.
Yeah, I definitely struggled with it. You know, I'm still struggling with it, and that's where I say given any day, it could flip between those two. You know,
Yeah.
But I figured we might as well. I mean, seeing that you put it in number one, I feel better that I had something different, you know,
Right.
at least this round. But Oppenheimer is not a film I would watch all the time. Godzilla -1 is. I will say that.
Yeah.
And partly that's because of runtime. Oppenheimer is a longer film, but Oppenheimer really makes me think. You know, it really does. But great choices, man. Corey, do you want to breeze through our next portion? Because there's not much we can really talk about other than some of these films we don't know what they are.
Yeah. So let's see here. Okay, so we're going to go to this slide here now, everybody.
Let's talk about our top 5 most anticipated films. Oh, God, I just realized I wrote the wrong number.
Of 2024. Welcome to
2024.
Good God.
Yikes.
I didn't catch that either when I was putting it together.
Oh, yeah. Whoops. I'm like reading it like 2023. Like, anyways, replay crew, you know, we're talking about 2024. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Most anticipated films of 2024. Good grief. Can't believe we did that. But Corey, what's number 5 for you for top 5?
So number 5 for me, I'm looking forward to. Okay, that's how you did it. Yeah, I'm the first. I'm the first one because you made.
Yeah, you're the first
set of
one.
Slides. You made these set of slides. Yeah, I'm Twisters here. So I'm looking forward to this movie. Twisters has Glenn Powell in him. Absolutely loved him from Top Gun Maverick. Interestingly enough, I didn't hear of his name until he was casted as Superman in Superman Legacy, but David Cornsweet is also in this movie as well. And Twisters is not a prequel. It's not a sequel. It's and they're not necessarily saying it's a reboot either. They're saying it's more of a movie of basically just kind of another same universe, another Twister story. I absolutely loved Twister number 1. Bill Paxton. What's my favorite Helen Hunt movie, Trey?
Twister. Oh, yeah.
Absolutely love it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to Twisters.
And what's If, Corey? I haven't seen.
Okay, so we did 5-4. You made it as 5-4.
I think.
I put a slash as If, didn't I? So If is a little bit higher on the list than Twisters. Okay, I thought you put If. I was like, holy cow, Trey, I'm surprised. No. So If is IF, and it's basically a movie that is written by John Krasinski. And written and directed by him, has Ryan Reynolds in it, has Steve Carell back in it, and basically Ryan Reynolds is kind of the main guy, and If is basically stands for Imaginary Friends. It looks like it's going to be a funny comedy with Ryan Reynolds in it. Absolutely love him when he's in his comedy roles and everything like that. So looking forward to both of these movies in my top 5 side of things.
Twisters I'm curious about. I just don't know. I don't know how you make it's like one of those things like how do you beat the first movie? There's a reason why we haven't touched that one in so long. So I am curious about it because I love Twisters from the Twister from the Universal ride. Even Dad used to scare the shit out of me with that ride. Hated that ride with a burning passion.
That's why Twisters is kind of my honorable mention there. But it has Glenn Powell in there, and I really like Glenn Powell. So I'm hoping it does the movie justice. I hope there's some nods to it, but they don't try to be too similar. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no, I definitely picking up what you're putting down. I loved Bill Paxton too, man. Like, yeah, it's gonna be weird or Helen Hunt not being it, but I don't know. Glenn Powell's a great actor. I did love him in Top Gun Maverick, so we'll have to see. But okay, here is my top 5. I think I did something similar because Corey kind of threw in a slash. I decided to throw in a slash with mine too. My top 5 most anticipated film of 2024 is between, for my 5th place, ISS and the apparently new Alien film that's supposed to be coming out.
I didn't realize that they're making an ISS movie. What?
Dude, the trailer, I can't even remember what film I was in the theater for. Maybe it was Godzilla -1 or Marvels. When I saw the trailer to this, I had no idea this film was coming out, and I was like, immediately, you got me hooked, because what a cool idea. Essentially, it's the International Space Station, and there's Russian astronauts and there's American astronauts, and they start to see the world blowing up, explosions everywhere. A nuclear war has happened. And the U.S. and they become friends, right? They become friends on this station because they have to work together, right? It's a great collaboration between two governments. The governments call up their astronauts and say, America's like, take it over, kill the Russians. And the Russians are like, take it over, kill the Americans. So they're now in this weird place of like, what do they do? Do they actually kill their friends who they've been living together with all this time? Or do they kind of make a stand to say, no, we have a decision here to kind of, stand firm and not follow our government's, decisions. So it looks like it's going to be an intense, insane film, and I'm all there for it. I can't wait to see it. And it's kind of nerve-wracking, right? Because that's something that could happen. That's freaky. It's a tenseful thing, so I'm all down for that.
So I have to ask Trey. I kind of want to see the trailer for this.
Yeah, dude. It's good. You'll have to check that out.
Okay, I was about to say, should we see it now? Or
not today, because I know I want to let people to enjoy their New Year's Day with family. But definitely, if you haven't looked at it, check out ISS. It's coming out next month, so this is a film I'm looking forward to. But yeah, and then the new Alien film. I'm hesitant on this one just because I'm a little ticked that they're not it's not a sequel to Alien Covenant, because to me it was like I thought Ridley Scott's whole thing was he wanted to set up, how we get to the first Alien movie. So maybe this is, from what I've heard, this is about kind of the in-between time between Alien 1 and Aliens 2. Aliens. I loved Prey. Prey was a huge surprise on Hulu, and I think Prey, you've seen, if you haven't seen our review on that, Prey is amazing. Loved Prey. I'm still waiting on the sequel to that one. I'm not sure about this Alien one, but I'm a huge Xenomorph, Alien vs Predator. Let's just go. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully, please God, be good. I need it to be good. But so yeah, those are my top 2 films in the number 5 spot for most anticipated films of 2024. Corey, let's go to our number 4 pick. Corey,
sorry about that. I was kind of just looking off a little bit more. I didn't see that they're about this. Sorry, I went in to look more at this ISS movie. Definitely looks interesting.
See, Corey's already hooked. He's like, got to know.
Yeah, I put myself on mute. I typed it in, which was interesting because I also found another interesting movie too, called Civil War, and that Civil War movie is also going to be another movie showing just crazy stuff that's going on in modern day world, blowing stuff up. All the horrible things that World War
I think
III
I heard Dad
type,
telling me about that.
Yeah, World War III type scenarios here. It looks awesome, looks interesting. Hopefully not foretelling.
Yeah, hopefully not. Corey, let's go to number 4 now. Okay.
All right, number 4.
What is your? Yeah,
my number 4 is going to be Beverly Hills Cop, Axel F.
I had no idea you were a Beverly Hills Cop fan.
Yes, sir, dude.
Eddie Murphy is the man,
Yes, I love the Beverly Hills Cops 1 and 2 back in the day, man. What I wanted to do was when I was thinking of my top movies that I was interested, like obviously, yes, there's some Hollywood movies that are coming and different things like that, but also these streaming platforms are also making really good movies and remakes or sequels and additional stories. So when I heard Netflix was making a Beverly Hills Cops Axel, I was like, oh man, this is going to be awesome because Beverly Hills Cops was like that awesome, like 80s style cop movie, but they made it funny, which obviously keep going.
Sorry, yeah. I read Trevor H's comment and I just started hearing it in my head. Bum,
right?
Bum, That is a good thing.
I want to do his laugh so bad. I can't, like it's so no. So good, man. So yes, I'm looking forward. It looks like we're going to get the gang back together again. He's going back to Beverly Hills. I'm looking forward to this movie so much. And look, I hope that obviously it's going to be new modern day scenarios, but I hope we still get that 80s style. 80s style police movie as well too, and so some of the quirkiness of those movies. So I'm really hoping Beverly Hills Cops Axel F is good, and with Eddie Murphy, how do you not?
Yeah, man. I when I saw the trailer the other day, I was like, it looks good. I don't know. It's been forever since I've seen the Beverly Hills Cop films, but I'll definitely check it out on Netflix. So
every time that movie's on TV, I watch it.
Do you? Oh, I see. I did not know this. I didn't know Corey was such a big Beverly Hills fan. All right. Very cool. Okay, so my top 4 pick.
So real quick, if they do this film, maybe we will get a Rush Hour 4. I heard we are. I believe that's already confirmed. And I thought
Rush Hour 4.
I thought
Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan?
Yes, I think it goes into production in 2024. I don't think it comes out in 2024. I thought.
Sign me up.
Let me. While you talk about. Actually, I'll just.
Corey's just gonna look it up. Well, while Corey's looking it up, I'll go ahead and say my top
early
4
stages of development. It says
early stages of development. Okay, I'll go ahead and say my top 4 most anticipated film of 2024 is Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Dude,
I'm super stoked for this movie. I really did love the trilogy that they came out with recently. The second film was definitely my favorite. I'm curious to see where they go with this one. Like it looks like they're going to go a little more old school, a little more original Planet of the Apes style with it. But apparently it takes place like 300 years after the third movie, War of the Planet of the Apes. So it's not Caesar's son, Cornelius. So I'm like, where are they going with this? I'm not sure, but I loved those films. I think the CGI is amazing. It's going to be weird without Andy Serkis, but I'm down. I'll check this out. It's one of those films, when I saw the trailer, it looks good, and I'm curious to see where they go with it. So hopefully it's a goodie. Hopefully. Corey, what is your top 3 pick for most anticipated films of 2024?
All right, buddy. Let's I do have to say this movie does look like one that I was interested in. The reason I didn't put it on my list is because I knew you were going to. So I was like, I had a feeling that you're going to put that on your list. So I was trying to get some movies that were a little different as well. So number 3 for me was Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Man, I tell you what, Trey. So if you guys, this movie looks absolutely fantastic. We're seeing a continuation of Phoebe and podcast, and I forgot his name in the Paul Rudd. What's Paul Rudd's character's name again?
I can't remember. I just know it's Paul Rudd, and that's good enough.
Right. I know, right? So we're getting a continuation of that, but we're also going to be getting the old cast back again. It looks super fun. It looks super interesting. Another world, the world is coming to an end type movie. Seems like a theme in 2024 for sure. It's I have to tell you what, Ghostbusters is been something that I've always been fond of, and I have to give a huge shout out to Trey because this Christmas he got us the Ghostbusters video game on Xbox. Was it what? I don't know what the actual title is. I just call it
Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed Echo Edition.
Yes,
yes, Echo 1, or I think it's like Echo 1 Edition. Sorry.
And basically, it's also a continuation, but it's in the game format, and you're a Ghostbuster busting ghosts. And I guess you could be a ghost at some point, but Trey and I were playing that for, all hours of the night.
Couple of hours last night.
And I was having so much fun, and I was like, man, I'm so excited for Ghostbusters. This is going to be a damn good game, man. So I'm pretty pumped.
Yeah, and to be fully honest with you guys, Corey and I picked both the same films for these next two. Frozen Empire Frozen Empire was my number 3 pick as well. I'm so flippin' excited for this movie. Like that, it's I was excited for Afterlife. Afterlife was amazing. It was a complete love letter to all of us Ghostbusters fans. That thank you for the fan service of that film. Now I'm excited for something new. The next chapter, the next adventure of the Ghostbusters and the continuation. Because I don't know what's going to happen, but it was wonderful to see the old cast in Afterlife. They really, hit the feels, and they're in this film again. So maybe this will be the full-on passing of the torch to give us that continuation that we're looking for. But playing the Ghostbusters game with Corey and seeing this movie come out, I'm just ready for all the Ghostbusters stuff. So, bring it on. I agree with Corey. One of my top 3 highest anticipated films in 2024. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait.
Oh, yeah.
The other one for number 2 that Corey and I were in agreement on, you already know, ladies and gentlemen, Godzilla Kong, The New Empire. Hell yes. This film looks freaking insane. It looks fun. I don't, like people say, I don't think it's going to be a masterpiece. If you're trying to compare it to Godzilla -1, you've already lost. You're expecting something unreasonable here because Toho and the MonsterVerse are 2 separate things. But I am a Godzilla fan. I love the MonsterVerse. I can't wait to see what Godzilla Kong, The New Empire, leads us into with the MonsterVerse. Yes, does it look crazy and almost whoa, where are they going with here? Absolutely, but bring it on. I want this. I hope it succeeds because I want more MonsterVerse. I'm loving the Legacy of Monsters show. I want more of it. To me, this is a great time to be a Godzilla fan. So bring it on. Give me all the Godzilla stuff, Corey. What's your thoughts? Oh, Corey, I think you're on mute.
Thank you, buddy. Oh, yeah. It's Godzilla -1, man. It has me so pumped up for the future of Godzilla. I'm excited to just see Godzilla X Kong. And I know it's a completely different universe. I know this is Monarch, the MonsterVerse. We're always seeing Godzilla vs. Kong. I'm excited to see Godzilla and Kong, X-Kong with Kong, team up and destroy all these crazy Star King and anything that else comes in their way. It's cool to me. It's almost like perfect timing because I've loved King Kong forever, and now I'm becoming a big Godzilla fan. So now I get to basically see the dream team of monsters whip up, and I know we kind of saw it in Godzilla vs. Kong. But I think this is going to be a whole nother level. Seeing them run in that trailer, bro, together had me so pumped up. I was like, let's go.
It did. And it's getting so much flack. So many people are like, Godzilla can't run. And it's just like a
Can we talk about that
era.
actually for a second?
Sure, go ahead.
So I don't understand why people are upset about that. To me, that's kind of crazy that they're upset about it. Yes, he's Godzilla's moving kind of quick. But where are they, Trey? they're in Hollow Earth at that point where they're running. Why wouldn't Godzilla be moving around faster in Hollow Earth? You know, like, of course, when we see him out in the cities, he's walking a little bit slower, you know, and everything like that. Underneath Hollow Earth, you know, there's, you know, we don't fully understand the powers of these kaijus have in Hollow Earth.
Yeah.
So why is it so insane to see Godzilla be able to run fast in Hollow Earth? You know, it doesn't bother me one bit. I think it was actually kind of a cool show there. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it quite a bit.
I mean, to me, what I think of is like they've kind of set this up, right? Like Godzilla runs in King of the Monsters and no one complained. He ran at King Ghidorah. It's just like now that they see this full-on sprint of Godzilla, everyone's like, oh my God, this is awful. And to me, I'll have to see how they handle it. If it looks weird and it just doesn't quite keep the same scale and scope, then I'll give, like, you know, maybe you guys were right on that. But for now, as they kind of set up in the previous films, like Godzilla is constantly evolving. He's constantly getting stronger to his peak form. Like, why wouldn't his peak form make him this? I mean, he looks buff. He looks muscular, right? His arms are long and he looks terrifying. Like, for once, Godzilla, like, you definitely, like, he has it all now. Like Kong, you know, when they were doing the whole Godzilla versus Kong, like, who wins that battle? Obviously, I've always said Godzilla. But people used to say, well, Kong has the brains and the agility. Well, like, now you have a Godzilla that's at his peak level of, you know, ultraviolet gamma ray radiation that's intense. But now he's like insanely strong and he can run fast. Like, how do you beat that? Like, like Godzilla, like, just reached a Superman peak, like Super Saiyan God level that, like, you just can't compete with. It'll be crazy. And to me, that's where my brain goes. Like, if they're making Godzilla this OP, what the hell is he going up against that can match that or give him that he needs that? So that's what has me excited. What does Scar King have that is going to challenge Godzilla or whatever this other Titan is that people keep talking about? I don't know, but I'm all here for it. I want it. So Godzilla's calling the new empire. You know, you already know we can't wait for this film. Corey, now we're different on our number one picks. So that's good. But I think both of us are going to agree with our number one picks.
So yes, I knew what one of the things that I wanted to do with this is I had a feeling that if we just put our five in together, they would probably match a lot. And because we're brothers and we both have similar movie likes, and I knew I knew this was going to be your number one. So I knew that it was going to be my number one too. So I had to go I picked a different number one and saying these are equally two movies that I'm super excited for in 2024. So to me, these were the tie in some ways. I don't know if it is for you as well, but for me, it was like the two that I'm most excited about. That's how I saw it. Is that how you kind of saw it too? Or
that's how I looked at it too. Yeah, it's like some of it, and honestly, I could throw in the top three for me were like ones I could easily like group together.
Sure. Yes,
you know?
Top three. Yeah, that's probably even better way to say it, because I knew the second was probably going to be the same as you as well. But yes, these are the top three movies. Are the three movies that we're incredibly looking forward to. So for number three for me, I had to go with another person again, and that I mentioned earlier in this film. And for me, it's time to do the shoot, baby. Shoot, baby, shoot, baby.
Shoot,
yeah, buddy. Deadpool number 3. I am so excited for this film. The only thing that has me slightly concerned is that Disney is being a kind of a jerk about some of the stuff that Wolverine's able to do and stuff that how much
I
he's able to
haven't
be.
heard. Like, I looked up what some people were rumors talking about. I think there's no basis for it.
I hope
It's
they're
just
not
rumors that someone's creating.
I hope. Okay, good. I hope there's none of that because I want to see Wolverine in all of his glory. Hugh Jackman's back as Wolverine. I can't be more excited about it. Plus, I freaking love Deadpool. Like, Deadpool is one of my favorite Marvel heroes. He's awesome. He's man. You know, if you can't fly around, you know, be a Deadpool. And yeah, I just love his character so much. And I'm this is a movie that we've been waiting for. We've been waiting for Hugh Jackman Wolverine to be in Deadpool since the first Deadpool, and we're finally getting it. So I think this is going to be an amazing, funny, hilariously funny movie. I can't wait.
Yeah, and honestly, I also see it as like Hugh Jackman
Deadpool just
come
busted
back.
through my Deadpool just busted through my door saying Deadpool. They're over for New Year's Eve.
Oh, awesome. You know, yes, the Deadpool films, Ryan Reynolds, like when you think about actors who were born to play certain roles, Ryan Reynolds was born to play Deadpool. No one should ever approach that character ever again until someone like Ryan Reynolds has a clone. You know, Hugh Jackman to me has always been the defining X-Men. I'm sure, yes, people can debate the size and like, does he actually look like the character? But to me, I grew up, one of the first superhero films I ever watched other than Batman was 2001 X-Men, Corey, or 2000? And from that moment on, Hugh Jackman was like the coolest actor in the world, you know, and he still is. So the fact that they finally got him back for Deadpool 3, sign me up. I'm all there for Deadpool 3, the return of Wolverine. I have a feeling Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman aren't going to disappoint. You know, it's going to be a damn good film. I just think, there he is right there.
Yep,
Deadpool
heard. Deadpool heard we're talking about Deadpool, so I had to turn the camera on real quick, even though we're lagging quite a bit. But yeah, man, Deadpool 3 is going to be awesome.
Good to see you, Deadpool. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Well, there you go, guys. You got your Deadpool appearance. Now, Corey, my top choice.
Our top choice,
our top choice, as well as Deadpool and honestly Godzilla, Kong, and Frozen Empire with Ghostbusters. This one I had to throw in there. The first film was so good that to me, it did exactly what it needed to do. I'm waiting until April 19th, 2024. I'm counting down the days, and even my Wonder Wife, which that's our anniversary of getting together, not being married, but the day I asked her to be my girlfriend, you know, that's our anniversary. And even she looked at me and she's like, we can't do like a crazy like Rebel Moon party, right? Which I just spilled it, you know. Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scargiver, ladies and gentlemen. To me, this is going to help decide like where this universe is going. Is this going to be like one of the biggest new universes and franchises, you know, going forward? And I think so. The first film was so solid that I can't wait for what's next. I already purchased the book. You know, Corey has it on Audible. I have the comics coming my way. I can't wait for the video game. I just love that Netflix is so all in on this universe that they're sparing no expense. You know, Rebel Moon is literally just going to be this insane thing. And it sounds like this movie is going to be more action-packed. It's going to be more violent. And sign me up, dude. Sign me up. I tend to like Zack Snyder's films, and it's new content. Like, think about all the things we had talked about earlier, the films that are coming up. A lot of them were already established IPs. You know, Deadpool, Marvel, MCU, X-Men, Godzilla. That's already a set up IP. You know, even before the MonsterVerse. Ghostbusters was an IP from the 80s. Twisters. ISS was really the only thing that was kind of brand new, which is why I'm excited. But you have Aliens, you have Planet of the Apes, and Beverly Hills Cops. You have all these films.
So If and What was yours, Trey?
If and ISS were literally the only new IP things.
Wow.
Brand new. This thing and really there's no, like, it doesn't sound like there will be an ISS 2. There's no universe. It sounds like that'll be like a standalone thriller film. If who knows what will go on with that. Maybe there'll be a sequel, but with Rebel Moon, you have a guarantee of a universe, and I love that. I love the confidence. I love the trust that they're like, yeah, we're all in, and the audience is gonna love it. And you know what? It's killing on Netflix, right? It was number one, obviously, opening weekend, which is typical for brand new content, but it got, I think, 54.1 million views in a week, something like that, which is a really, really good number for Netflix, for all their other films that have come out and been out for a week. So I'm excited for part 2. I see Batman's like, I forgot Joker 2. I didn't like Joker 1 as a Joker DC film. As a something else serial killer film, I thought it was interesting. As like a mental illness film, I thought it was very interesting. But as like a DC film, I did not care for it, because to me it lacks the. Yes. I didn't think he was a Joker. Like, he wasn't really the Joker. He was just a dude with mental health issues.
Yes, and I think that's what was kind of bothersome about it, because like mental health is an issue in this world that we live in, and it was just like uneasy and disturbing the entire time watching it. Yeah.
And to me, it was like, I mean, like, if you take out the DC element of Joker, I think it's a phenomenal film. I think it's very interesting. Artistically, it's very I think there's something to get out of it. But to me, what has always made Joker interesting is not just his chaos, but he wasn't really chaos. As being a DC fan, to me, he wasn't the Joker. Like, Heath Ledger and Jared Leto and Jack Nicholson and Cesar Romero are still like the far better Jokers, in my opinion.
Literally, the only good thing that happened in that movie was the very end, when he was on the stage and he was laughing, and they're like, "I don't think that's very funny," and he shoots Robert De Niro in the head. So that was the only part that's worth watching.
Well, I mean, even that scene, like, it's not very, like, they were clearly trying to pull a little bit of the Dark Knight Returns from Frank Miller element to it. And like, to me, Joker has always had like kind of that thing where, like, yes, it's kind of messed up, but you could kind of find the humor in it, like kind of the weird outlook on life he has. Mm-hmm. And to me, Todd Phillips' Joker with Joaquin Phoenix was just a dude with mental health issues. There was nothing funny about him. His jokes were not funny really throughout the entire film. He thought life was funny because of how it treated him, but like, his jokes himself were not funny. Joker has always kind of had that moment where like you kind of chuckle because like, yeah, but it's messed up. But I don't know. Joker 2, am I excited for it? Will I check it out? Yes, because really the only thing that's making me want to go see that is the fact that Lady Gaga's in it playing Harley Quinn, because I think she could be an incredible Harley Quinn. Right. I think that's a brilliant choice. Yeah, I'm not going back to see Joaquin Phoenix be the Joker again. I don't think he was a great Joker. I think he gave a hell of a performance. Sure, maybe deserving of a best actor. I just think if I look at it as a DC fan, he wasn't the Joker for me. Like, there was nothing other than clown makeup Joker about him,
Yes. So that's it. I wanted to touch on Rebel Moon real quick too.
Okay, yeah.
Super thrilled about Rebel Moon 2 coming out so quickly. I can't thank Zack Snyder enough for having a 1-2 punch that's in a relatively short time frame. So very excited for Rebel Moon 2. Honorable mention would be Rebel Moon Part 1 again, the extended edition, but I kind of felt like that was technically it should have been a 2023 movie. Released movie, but I kind of had I didn't want to say Rebel Moon Part 1 again, extended edition, because we kind of know the basis of it, but we're going to get some more awesome scenes in. So it was an honorable mention for me.
Yeah, no, I agree. Definitely the extended director's cut, even of part 2, looks really, really interesting.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, we have a
good choices,
lineup of films. Yeah, I agree. I'm liking.
People are saying great top 5. Yeah, the only one that I was also in potential was I need to look into more of that Civil War movie as well. Looks kind of crazy.
I will say Argyle is also a honorable mention for me. I'm actually kind of Argyle with Henry Cavill. He kind of plays it's like
somebody mentioned that
a James Bond parody kind of thing, a little bit. I don't know. It's hard to explain. It looks kind of like Bullet Train, but like James Bondsy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, though. Ministry of Ungenuinely Warfare? With Guy Ritchie. Oh, wait. I think I actually saw pictures of Henry Cavill in that. Oh. You know, you're right, dude. I don't know what it's about, but I mean, you just had to say Henry Cavill, and I was interested because I loved him in The Witcher. I obviously loved him as Superman. I thought he was great in Enola Holmes as Sherlock. Yeah, I think he's a good actor. I can't wait, even for Warhammer. You know, dude, some good choices. I can't complain. Can't complain about all the options we have and all the things that we're going to be reviewing this next year. Corey, do you want to, before we kind of come to a close on our show, do you want to talk about an announcement?
Yeah, I think we probably should talk about some things, huh?
Yes, guys. I told you at the beginning of the show we would have some announcements, and we do. It's not huge because it's still a bit of a tease. I'm not going to lie to you. But I want to prepare you so that way you guys can mark the calendar, and so are we. Corey and I are marking the calendar as well to get everything ready for this moment. But the Bat Channel is going to be getting a little rebranding, new look on January 28th, 2024. We're going to really, like this date, we're really going to kickstart things up for the Bat Channel. It's going to be huge. We're going to change our look. We're going to update our show quite a bit. It's going to look a little differently. But the point is we're really going to brand this thing, right? We're really branding our battalion community, our Bat Channel community. And we're going to be starting up kind of another surprise, a membership option now on the Bat Channel. So that way you guys can get in on some really, really cool stuff that other people won't be able to see. So when I say things are going to get huge, we will still be called the Bat Channel. It's going to look differently, right? There's going to be some things we change, some adding to it. We're obviously going to keep our Monarch Monstars, the Delta Squadron, Star Wars scenes. Those are just like, I guess you could say, subsidiaries. Yeah, sub-brands, yeah. So the Bat Channel is still going to be around, but I had a logo made for us, a new design, a couple of new designs. We have a membership, that we're going to start creating, and different levels of that. They're going to get you some really cool things. Hopefully some merch in time. I'm still working that out. But the point is 2024 is going to be an insanely big year. And January 28th, 2024 on Sunday is the day we're going to reveal to all of you this moment. So get ready, make a little mark on your calendars. That's going to be a big day for the channel. It's going to be different and amazing all at the same time. I'm so excited. It's going to be a great, great time. Corey, what's your thoughts?
Man, I am pumped up, dude. Like some of the stuff that we've been working around in the background and been talking about and everything like that. I'm you know me. I don't like not telling people stuff and like having secrets. So like I want to tell you all right now some of the things that we're doing. It's the new logo is absolute fire. I'm so excited for it. Like when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, dude! Like, man, yeah.
I won't tell you. I won't tell you who made the final design of the logo. But I will say Wonder Wife, who is a very talented artist, made the initial drafts for it, where I then sent it off to someone to complete, because we'll have that artist possibly on to help reveal it. So it's gonna be big. It's gonna be big, guys. It's gonna be a cool time.
Trevor H, this is for you. The hint is the new logo is so cool that I may actually try not to cancel the Bat Channel anymore.
You try not to cancel the Bat Channel anymore. That's been Corey's goal this entire time.
Well, we've joked about it for a long time now. Like I like one of these days, people are going to be like, you know what, we're canceling Super Bro Corey, we're canceling the Bat Channel because of Super Bro Corey. No, this new logo looks so fire, bro. I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. It's one of those things where finally we can.
Shirt.
It's just a shirt, yeah. I'm happy that we can just finally kind of stand on our own 2 feet a little bit, like the Bat Channel logo that we've used is the Batflex symbol, and it's going to be cool that we have something that's original and ours, something that was inspired by things, but it's fully, we didn't look at something and be like, copy it, but it is the Bat Channel still, so it's just there, it's Bat Channel beyond, so I'm excited, guys. I'm very, very excited. It's just going to be an exciting year for the Bat Channel, and I can't wait to share it with you guys. So make sure you stick around. Let's see, 4 feet. There's 2 of you. Each of you have 2 feet. Therefore, it's 4 feet. What? What is happening? I've been wanting you guys to do a membership for so long. Yes, we will be doing it. Corey and I always felt that we didn't want to do a membership program and not have like a clear vision of what we were going to do for you guys. You're giving us your hard-earned money, and we wanted to make sure it was worth your dollar, so we're there now, and we got some cool things lined up for you guys. 2024, it's gonna be a big year, and which is why you should stick around for the Bat Channel, because this upcoming Thursday we're going to be continuing our Monarch Legacy of Monsters watch party, episode 9, Axis Mundi. Make sure you guys set your reminders right now. Invite your Godzilla friends to join us as we watch along the new Apple TV Plus episode of Monarch Legacy of Monsters. It's going to be a damn good time. I think we're going to have some really big reveals during this episode, so do not miss it. Set your reminder after this show. And as always, guys, it helps us out so much. Smash that like, you share this video, you subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode, because we can't get to 3K without you, and we certainly can't hit our goal of 10,000 subs without you, the battalion, spreading the word about how much you're having a good time over on our channel to help get your friends involved, because we want to build this community all the more with you guys, because this is ours, right? This is our community now. It's not just ours. It's not just 2 guys on content creating YouTube, right? It's all of us. We're all the battalion. We can't do it without you guys. So thank you so much for hanging out with us. Big things to come. I wish you all a very safe and exciting, happy new year. Don't go too crazy out there. But tell your parents, your friends, your family, you love them. Be good to each other. Be kind. And live life, man. Live life to the fullest. And we'll see you next year. Have a wonderful night, guys. Enjoy tonight. We'll see you next time. I am your host, Trey, with Super Bro Corey. And don't forget to tune in weekly.
Same bat time.
Same Bat Channel. See you later,
I think
guys.
we need some fireworks, Trey. We need some fireworks.
We need some fireworks. Let's see if it does it. Boom. Happy New Year, y'all.
Have a happy New Year, everybody. Thank you so much for a wonderful year. Can't wait to do 2024 with y'all. Trey, I think we need to go out with the Dutta, don't you think?
Let's do it. Why not?
All right, buddy. Have a happy New Year. Have a happy New Year, everybody. Love y'all. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next year.
Question. How do we call?
He gave us a signal.